Good morning, YouTube. This is Tammy Pie, and I'm here with another video. I am gonna do a kind of an unfair comparison of Ludy Lescot, Supernatural Tarot, and Bohemian Gothic Tarot because they are black and blue and red all over. Ludy less red as I put them in order, I realize, but whatever. But I also am going to touch a little bit on uh, what kind of YouTube I look at when I'm not doing tarot tube. After newts, I tend to go through a kind of I get burnt out on tarot. So I start just simply watching the other YouTube videos that I love, which are beauty YouTubers. I watch Hannah Louise Poston. I watch Charlotte Holcroft. I watch Alicia Archer, Patty Alonso, and I am kind of a makeup fiend, as well as being a tarot fiend. So I decided to grab a bunch of my dirty brushes because these are my favorite brushes, right? So if you don't want to watch anything makeup related, I know Lisa Pappas sometimes puts the makeup stuff in her end of month roundup things. So the ones who enjoy makeup, here you go. And if you don't, just go forward and you'll find the tarot stuff. So this is one of my brushes that I use all the time because it is a buffer brush. And I use this at the end of my makeup to buff in the powder products, and kind of at the same time as doing the powder products in, it also gets the end powder off. But it's a nice heavy duty buffing brush. And this is a Sonia Kasik. I get it at Target. They're not very expensive and they're great brushes. I have two main favorite brands of brush. The ones that I use all the time, just all the time, and you can tell because they're the dirty ones, are the BK Beauty brushes. And most of these are from a set called Angie Hot and Flashy. And they came with this really nice kind of blush brush thing, which I actually end up using more for contour or bronzer. And this incredible paw shaped brush, which is for concealer. It goes really nicely on the insides of your eye socket. This amazing, wonderful 101 brush, which is for foundation. Again, it's got that kind of paw shaped, gets around in all the crevices of your face shape. And then these are all eyeshadow brushes. I brought both of these. I think this is the same one. Oh no, it's not the same one. This 502, the paint started cracking, but I called them up and asked them about it. They sent a new one immediately. However, I still kept this because I love this brush. And it's just a really nice, and these are all synthetic brushes, by the way. The synthetics, BK is a cruelty-free, no animal products type company. So, and then this heavy, big 503, it does the main portion of the eyeshadow. And then as you want to fluff that eyeshadow out so it doesn't look like you have one solid bit there. And then this does like the small part of your eye. it does more detailed stuff, but still. Then this one, this flat shaped one, is for shiny eyeshadow. You can see the glitter coming off on my hand. I used this for silver. Yesterday I was watching football all day. So because I live in Washington, I like the Seattle Seahawks. I do like a blue, green, and silver eyeshadow look for the, for the football day. And then this is the kind of square shaped one that, again, can go if you just want it on your lid, or if you just want to go in one section, it's nice to pick up a lot of product and then put in one place, and then you take your blender and blend it. So those are my BK Beauty dirty brushes. I also have some other ones, but that's the main one. This is kind of an outlier. This, I do some of my makeup shopping at TJ Maxx here, which is kind of a discount store. And I like to get the Zoeva or Zoova brushes there. Again, it's a blender. And it's just really nice, like at the edge. You can see the blue, green, and silver that got blended with that one. And then my natural goat hair bristle brushes. This is a powder brush. This I just almost always use to get residue of powder off my face so that it's all blended and nothing is sitting there. This is my favorite blush brush, number 5 from Refer. It just goes right there to the apples of the cheek. This is my other favorite blush and contour brush. I don't know why, but for some reason this shape, this kind of rounded dome, just works really well on my face. And then here are 2 of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. This is, again, another flat one. There you can see how I used this mostly for the silver. And then this goes along the edges to, like, if you're going under your eye to smudge the under eye color, or even at the corner of your eye to smudge it, or in the, like that. This pointy, soft goat hair shape is really amazing. And these actually wash out really well. They're just dirty because I use them all the time. So that is some amazing tools that I use quite often. Let me just show you some of the makeup. Okay. So I just recently got this from Haus Labs, which I really love this foundation. It's a triclone. I use 110 light neutral. It's just like skincare, and it sits on the face beautifully. I also got one of these, well, I got a couple of these Monster lipstick crayons. And they, I think they're meant to be a pencil, but they do swipe pretty well and fill in the lips, which is nice. And they stay very well, and they're very, very, they feel moist and good, but they stay on the lips, so that's kind of cool. Is that on my Haus Labs? Yeah. Here is a ColourPop kind of blue, green, teal. I use this all the time. You can see the divots in the shades. I just like that color combination. A lot of my powder products, my blushes and stuff, and some of my not powder products are Nars. I really love Nars. I just got this concealer, and it's just a really nice thing. You can use it as a before your eyeshadow on your eye, on your eyelids, or, you know, to combat dark circles. It's got kind of a creamy formula. And then my other very favorite company to get everything from is Pat McGrath. And Pat McGrath Labs is, I think she's a London-based company, but she was a makeup artist, is a makeup artist, and has got, I love this, but it's not showing how great the color is. That's one of her lipsticks. She does a bunch of different formulas. This is the liquid eyeshadow. She's known for her particularly striking sparkliness in the eye looks. This is one of her blushes. Look at that pretty. And I love this color blush. It's very subtle. It's got a little bit of satin shine. Picks up with my brush way better than it picks up on my fingers, but it's a really good subtle blush color. This is one of the Quints. And here we got 4 super shiny colors and 1 kind of dark matte. This is a great Quint. It is Celestial Nirvana. And I don't know if these are around anymore, but she has new Quints for every like holiday release. This is the Bridgerton, they're called mini motherships, I think, but this is the Belle of the Ball. And this has some of my very favorite colors. Oh my God. Hello. Especially these two. Look at that. So shiny. Anyway, I'm a maniac. So that's my Pat McGrath. I just wanted to show you, this is what I do when I'm not doing tarot. So we'll move on, okay? Okay, so 12 minutes in, and let's get on with the tarot. So we have from Lo Scarabeo, this is out of print. This is the Ludy Lescot tarot. This is from, what is it called? This company, Insight Editions. The Supernatural Tarot. And from Baba Studio, this edition is out of print, but the new edition is still being sold on Baba Studio's website. Okay? So the reason I wanted to look at these 3 spooky season, October decks together is because I think their color, their limited color palette is similar. It's less similar than I thought it was as I was arranging them, but it is still kind of similar. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's do it like, should we do it like that? Like that. Hopefully I have these in the same order. Sometimes I get a little in a hurry. All right. So obviously very different kind of subjects that they're leaning towards. Let me move this camera. Sorry if this makes you feel like puking. Okay. So Ludy Lescot is kind of the adventures of vampires in New Orleans. Supernatural is based on the television show which ran for 15 seasons. Okay, that is a major portion of these actors' lives. And I am now on season 15, so congratulations me. I've been watching it nonstop for months. And then Baba took Bohemian Gothic they do several different kind of monsters. You can see ways that the monsters kind of are connected to like movies like Interview with a Vampire or Frankenstein, or, you get the point. Okay, so here we have our fools. This little kind of creepy kid with a chicken. And that reminds me of, what was the Pied Piper, or the Piper of Penzance or something like that came along, and the people wanted him to get rid of all the rats. So he did, but then they didn't want to pay him. So he used his piper to steal all the children. That was an interesting story. Here in Supernatural, we have Sam and Dean on the road. And then here in Bohemian Gothic, she looks to me like a vampire vamping on the side of a Gothic building. Okay, how am I going to do this? We'll do it like that. There we go. Okay, so then we've got this looks like a zombie dance to me. Interesting. And we have, I forget the name of this character. And then this kind of very Vincent Pricey looking magician. Here we have super sexy, and for some reason, bubbles, lotuses, and the veil is fog. Gotta love fog. Here we have Rowena. This is a great character in the series. And this kind of Romanian looking lady. For our Empress, she looks pretty empressy, although she's a bit young. A little dove here. This is Sam and Dean's mom. And we got the first really funny Bohemian Gothic. I like her gray hair. Here we have the Emperor. Very kind of graphic novel. Dun, dun, dun. Not old enough, in my opinion. This is Sam and Dean's father, John Winchester. And here we have what looks like Hamlet. Here is the super popey Hierophant. This is a great character. Billy, I think her name is. She starts out as a reaper, which is someone who comes along when you're dying and helps you to wherever you're going, and ends up being the replacement character for Death, which is, I thought, interesting. And here we have, this looks like a rabbi to me. Then his lovers. We got the joining of the vampire and the lady. These lovers. This is Sam's girlfriend who dies very early on. What's his name? What's her name? I forget. But at first, he's supposed to be going to college and having a normal life, and that doesn't happen. And then there are actually two lovers in this deck, but this is the one I like just because it's prettier. The Chariot. You can see, I thought this was going to be more black and blue and red, but really it's more black and blue and purple. It's the backs that are blue. That probably. Okay, and the Chariot, this is our Impala. They cruise around in I think it's 67 Impala. And in fact, there's one show that's totally done inside, one episode that's totally done inside the Impala, which I thought was a really interesting artistic choice for them. And then these guys, it's pretty exciting. An angel with, and then here is strength. She's becoming the beast. Oh, this was a great character. This is a vampire character who Dean meets in purgatory and ends up coming to their world. And he's a really cool character because he is really trying not to kill anyone. He's trying to eat bagged blood and be a good guy, which is hard because he's a vampire. And then, of course, this iconic Bohemian Gothic strength card, which is so gorgeous. Just love it. And then we have the Hermit. I just like these characters with the top hats and the dress coats. We got a little black cat and the lamp. And then here the Hermit is Bobby Singer, who is like kind of a father character, a helper character. And of course, this great, very Halloween-y looking, spooky. Plus I like the trees in the background, so pretty. Okay, then we have the wheel. The wheel in Supernatural is the rabbit's foot. This is a magical rabbit's foot. As soon as you touch it and make a wish, it grants the wish. But when you lose it, which inevitably you do because everyone wants it, the wish goes bad. Very, very bad. And then, of course, this other really great iconic image from Bohemian Gothic of the fortune teller. Here we have an atypical but sort of typical uneven scales justice card. And this is this is a great character too in the show. I forget her name, but she's a police officer who finds out about their supernatural adventures and is super helpful. And then here we have this kind of old freaky judge with the witch book and the yeah. All right, so then we have the Hanged Man. This guy is definitely super hung. And I believe this is, yeah, it is. It's Castiel. You can tell because he wears a trench coat all the time. He's in a couple of these cards. Castiel is like he is their kind of assist, their heavenly assist. He's one of the buddy characters for the Sam and Dean characters. And here is this kind of interesting hung guy, hung with the trader's legs and everything, but also he kind of looks relaxed. Here is Death and Ludy. She's just hanging out there in the graveyard. This is actually the character of Death as he's seen in the beginning episodes, but like I said, Billy ends up taking his place because they kill Death. They kill everyone. And here's, in Bohemian Gothic, no one escapes death, right? Then we have Temperance. It's an interesting way of looking at Temperance, the two sides on the shadow. She is actually pouring something, but this is a stone. This is a different police officer. I think this is Jody, and she is another one that is helpful to the boys, not only in monster hunting, but also she takes in a couple of the kind of orphan kind of monster kids that end up needing help. And then this beautiful winged, very watery, water, land, all the RWS stuff. Okay, then we have the devil. And here, I don't know why these people are bowing down to probably what is a vampire, but they are. This is actually Lucifer in the cage. He, for a lot of the show, lives in a cage in hell. And this, another really iconic, beautiful image of a woman embracing something that's really probably not good for her. Here we have the tower, and here's a Dracula reference. When Dracula was a living prince, his wife jumps off the tower because the people that the Turks, I think, that Dracula is fighting, send her a letter saying her husband is dead. So she jumps off, and that kind of changes everything. This is, I forget the name of this character, but it's basically the dark to God's light. And she is actually God's sister, his older sister, because God had to push away the dark when he said, let there be light, right? And then we have this pretty exciting, pretty dramatic lightning hitting Gothic tower. Here we have the star. It's a really nice, beautiful, gentle female character for once. And this is Jack, who is a Nephilim, which is half angel, half human, and he is in fact half archangel because he is the son of Lucifer, and he really tries to be good in the show. It's very sad, all the things that happen to him. But and here is another really pretty. I bet this is gonna be nice in the new edition. Here's the moon. Very moony moon. There is a face in the moon. This is, I think this is Gabriel as the moon, which is interesting because he, the actor also portrays a kind of Loki-like character. In fact, it might be Loki. So you never can tell if it's him or not because he can change. And then this gorgeous card with the wolf. You gotta love that. The sun. I always love this card because it shows the sun burning. The sun in its negative aspect. And here, there's, what is this character's name? I forget her name, but she is kind of, is it Anna? All right, I gotta look. I can't. All right, it's Charlie Bradbury. I had to stop and look at the book. And Charlie Bradbury she's like a little sister to the Winchesters. She is like a very young hunter. And then this great reference to RWS and the kid on the white horse. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, then we have Judgment. Bunch of zombie people just fucking running up to the gate. Here, who is this guy? I forget. And then, of course, the angel making the dead guy rise, which is hilarious. Okay, and then we have this kind of Space Odyssey 2000 type image of the girl in the world. And, of course, Sam and Dean's world is the road. And this super gorgeous Bohemian Gothic. Dancing lady. Okay. All the Ludy Lescot aces are similar in that it's a masked person with an animal. The supernatural is bones or wands. And there's a logo. 2 of wands. Thinking about going out and getting somewhere. This is very 2 of bones. 2 of wands here. The guy is like making a plan. The lady is like, what are you doing? 3 of wands. He's actually on a ship. Oh, this was a great character. This was, I think, the mother of demons. Hang on, I'm going to look. Yeah, Eve, the mother of all monsters. It was interesting. Interesting episode, that one. And there she is, looking for her ships. Here we have the 4 of wands. Interesting dog, huh? Just bones. Party, 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 party. 5 of wands. A little stress there. Oh, this guy. This is just Zachariah. I forget his name, but this was like a guy in charge of the angels he was a lot of problem. Very frustrating. And then here we have somebody fighting a bunch of goblins. 6 of wands. She is done crying and is now going downstairs to, I don't know, face her issues. This guy was wonderful. This is Ash. And he is, party business in front, party in the back. Kind of like a rock and roll redneck nerd. But he ends up being really helpful to them. And your classic RWS guy on a horse with a big spear. Of course, the crowd's a little different. Here we have 7 of wands. I've always liked this card. 7 bones. And here's our peekaboo. Love me. Here's the 8 of wands. She's going up the stairs and rushing out. 8 bones. The sun is coming up. Better hurry up and go home. 9 of wands. She looks like she's getting some terrible news. This is an interesting character too. This is, I believe, the King of Vampires. No, the King of Vampires is a Hearts one. This guy, hang on, I gotta look. Okay, Raphael. And he becomes the king of heaven after, we got a lot of changes of management in heaven and hell in the show. And then this guy who is your basic RWS knight guarding the castle. There's the 10 of wands. And he is holding up something. I don't know. Here is Castiel, who does bear a lot of burden, and it is pretty unbearable. And then this lady who's carrying a bag and has somebody weird following her. That's not going to turn out well. Okay, so we have the page of wands. I like all the pages in here. This is one of the demon girls that fights along with them, and all the pages in this are children, which I like. Knight of Wands, very knighty, like the horse. Knight of Bones, Again, one of the younger characters that Sam and Dean hang out with. There we have a knight. Who knows what he's up to? Queen of Wands. Sunflower. And cat, although it's kind of a stone cat. And then this is, I forget the name of this lady, but I remember her clearly. And then this great image of Queen of Wands. King of Wands with his lion. This is one of the, what do they call them? Prophets. I think this is the first prophet they run into. And he types up the story of what's happening in the world and knows before anyone. Yeah, very kingy, very onesie. Ace of Swords, butterfly mask. Oh, these are great. This is the first blade and the mark of Cain. Looks like the sword from King Arthur, doesn't it? These are angel blades. That's a good one. I like that these towers are pointy. Kind of brings on the meaning. And then here's one of the most tragic. Three of Swords. This is one of the demon girls that Sam and Dean fight. And here is just this kind of sad lady. Oh. Dead bird. Bummer. Here we go. Here is the little vampire near the casket. This is a good selection of weapons that are used in Supernatural. This is a demon killing blade. This is the first blade, or the weapon that Cain used to kill Abel. This is an angel blade. And I believe this is actually part of a spear that's meant to kill monsters. Here we have somebody just sleeping in the crypt. Hanging tight. Wow, this can be long. Sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, 5 of Swords. This is one of the young hunters. And here is werewolf, but also kind of like Grandma and Red Rabbit and Red Riding Hood. 6 of Swords. 6 swords. Does this one have? I forget what this one is. Okay. And then, yeah. This great image. 7 of Swords. Just making a plan. This is, I think, Ruby. And Ruby does do some sneaky shit. And here is a little girl running off with someone's grandma. Here's 8 of Swords. This is the Lady in White. And I believe this is the first episode. She is stuck. And she tricks men on the highway into picking her up and then eats them or something. Kills them somehow. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Yikes. Looks pretty nightmare-y. Here, I think this is Alistair. And he is nightmarish. He does some horrible shit. Great actor, though. You can see the actor in the portrayal of this. He plays the Swede in Hell on Wheels. I forget the actor's name, but you can see it if you know that show. Okay, and then here we have This little girl who is praying by her bedside, but also having a nightmare at the same time. 10 of Swords. Oh, tragedy. Oh, this was pretty sad. This is when Sam and is it Jack? I forget who it is, but one of the young people, they jump into the hole to close the hellmouth. And here is super sad. 10 of Swords. Page of Swords. Oh, this is Kevin. He's a great character. He's a prophet. Page of Swords. She's actually kind of older than the other pages. Knight of Swords, or the horse, is... This is a great kind of crazy demon girl. Or I think she's like a fallen angel or something. I don't know, but she's a really cool character. Oops. And here we have Super Knighty. Queen of Swords. Kind of sad. Oh, this is a really good... I think this is Naomi, who is mostly like top management in heaven, but she's kind of a badass. And then here, Boho Queen. King of Swords, very stern looking. This is a great character, and you can see if you're familiar with this actor, you know who it is, but he is Cain. There he is with the blade and the mark. And King of Swords. Looks pretty knighty. Okay. And then we have the cup. The fish. Ace of Goblets. They're always doing some kind of spell work in a bowl or a goblet. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Looks like two people dancing. Kind of cool. And this is Bobby and Rufus, who are very good friends and close compadres in the hunter world. And here's this kind of romantic, sort of romantic, maybe slightly creepy. Three of Cups. Oh, she's making wine. She doesn't look that happy though. 3 cups. And it's a little more RWS-y. 4 of Cups. Oh, this guy was great. This guy is another prophet who loses his soul but still ends up able to function. And there's 4 cups. 5 of Cups. Some spilly ones, some not so spilly ones. 5 of Cups. I forget which angel this is, but Gadriel, I think. Gadriel. And he ends up working for Naomi in a very unpleasant way. Love this 5 of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole stinking deck. 6 of Cups. Creepy clown. 6 cups. And RWSE, little kids in a garden. 7 of Cups. Yeah, she could be making decisions. 7 cups. I love this card. What will I do next? 8 of Cups. She does look like she's on her way out. 8 of Cups. This is Anna. And she's an angel who decides not to be an angel. She wants to actually live the human life. And she lets her grace go so that she can just die. And here is that great 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Oh, he's going to get his wish, right? Just 9 cups. And then this kind of Johnny Depp character. That's definitely an eyeball. Okay, 10 of Cups. There's a little vampire with the one baby she managed to save, I assume. And 10 Cups. And this crazy looking kind of Addams Family bunch. Page. Oh, she's great. I forget her name, but she's like a super fan of Sam and Dean's. And she wants to help, but she's actually really just in the way. And then this really cool Page of Cups. And here we have the Knights. They're all on horses, which I love. Here is, what's his name? This guy is great. Garth? I think it's Garth. He ends up getting turned into a werewolf, but he is a spy for the boys, which is really pretty cool. There's a knight, Nighty Knight. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh, I love this character. Jody, I believe, she's like one of the high-end hunters. She's along the same lines as Sam and Dean's father in that same bunch. That's a great Queen of Cups. King of Cups. This is the Vampire King. You can see why I got him mixed up. But he has to make some definite choices in order to protect his people, which I thought was interesting in the vampire realm. And there is the King of Cups, Nosferatu. Here we have last suit, folks. Okay, Ace of Pence. Ace of Pence. This is actually a tattoo that Sam and Dean have on their bodies to protect them, and their mom, actually, and their dad, to protect them from having demons take them over, because demons can take you over. Angels you have to say yes, but Ace of Pence, Two of Pence. Here you see the kind of Marseille thing here. This is actually Sam and Dean's grandfather who comes back in time from the 50s. And I like this bicycle kind of metaphor. This reminds me of Interview of the Vampire. Okay. Three of Pence. He's pretty pissed about working. I don't know why. Three of Pence. And here we have Frankenstein. Four of Pence. Oh, this is a really good character, Meg. And she is a hunter, kind of, but she's more like a hunter for hire. So she's always after the bigger, better. She's trying to get supernatural stuff to sell to high-paying people. And that looks like the queen to me. 5. Very RWS, outside a church. 5 Pentacles. There's a little family outside the building. 6. Very RWS. And 6 Pentacles. I like how these are 2 different colors. 6 of Pence. I do not know where they got this, but it's a funny picture. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know why either. Okay, and this is Arthur Ketch, who is a hunter from an organization called the British Men of Letters, which is interesting. And there's 7 of Pentacles and BOGO. 8 of Pence. I believe this is another one of the young hunters. Alex, maybe? I'm not sure. And, oh, there's the one. That's the Interview with the Vampire. The little vampire goes and steals the doll, and she actually eats the guy, but he was rude. So, yeah. 9 of Pence. I kind of like that image. She's got her bird. 9 Pentacles. And 9 of Pence with the hooded. 10 of Pence. Something good in there. This is at one point Dean tries to kind of make a life with this girl and thinks that this is his son, but it's never really clear if it is or is not, because the kid really acts like Dean. And then interesting kind of circus family. Page. These guys are a great character too. These guys are like one of those ghost stories. Oh my God, what are their names? Hal and Ed, or Ed and something. They are featured in several different seasons of the show. This gorgeous Page of Pentacles, another one of my favorite cards. Yum. Knight, very nighty night. The Knight of Pentacles. He's a slow-moving guy. This is the demon that chooses all the chosen children. One of whom is Sam. He's called Yellow Eyes most of the time, but he has an actual name. I forget what it is. Knight of Pentacles, cruising around without his head. Queen of Pentacles, like the bunny. This Queen of Pentagrams. I forget who she is. Seems like this is one of the demons that takes over hell and tries to be the boss. She ends up, staging a coup that's pretty successful, but I've always liked this one too. King of Pence. Crowley. Gotta have a Crowley. It's supernatural after all. This is a great character. And the actor who plays Crowley is wonderful. And then the Bohemian Gothic. So that is almost an hour, people. Sorry, you can watch it on double speed or whatever because I'm a slow talker. But thank you for coming.